All right, so today we're going to dive into something pretty incredible, actually.
Yeah.
Astronaut Sunita Williams' trip back home from space.
Hmm.
It wasn't exactly a smooth ride, as we'll see.
Sounds like a bit of an understatement from what I've read so far.
Yeah, it really was supposed to be a quick trip, too.
Right, just a quick hop.
8 days
8 days total.
on Boeing's Starliner with Butch Wilmore.
Right.
But things took a very dramatic turn.
Yeah, the initial mission was planned for 8 days, launched on June 5th of last year.
8 days, whoa, that's barely any time at all when it comes to space missions.
It is. It's a blink of an eye, practically.
So what happened? What went wrong? I mean, they were only up there for 8 days originally.
Almost right from the start, there were issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah, propulsion problems with the Starliner.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's pretty serious stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, very serious.
So what kind of problems specifically?
Well, basically, some of the thrusters, they weren't firing like they should.
And thrusters, these are like the little engines that they use to kind of fine-tune the spacecraft's position and where it's going right.
Exactly. Yeah, for those really fine adjustments for the spacecraft's orientation, its trajectory, those small movements.
So if those aren't working properly, that's a major concern, right?
Oh, yeah. Critical maneuvers are compromised when the thrusters aren't reliable. Things like, adjusting the orbit docking with the ISS, and most importantly, getting the spacecraft in the right position for coming back home for the deorbit burn.
Right, because they have to slow down enough to actually start falling back towards Earth.
Exactly. You need those thrusters to make that happen safely, and because of these issues, Starliner was deemed unfit to bring them back.
So they were basically stranded up there on the ISS. Wow, I can't imagine going from an 8-day mission to suddenly being stuck in space indefinitely.
It must have been a huge psychological shift.
So that's where SpaceX came into the picture, right, with their Dragon spacecraft.
Exactly. NASA needed a reliable alternative, and SpaceX Dragon has a proven track record bringing crew and cargo back and forth from the ISS.
But there was a catch, right? The Dragon only had 2 extra seats.
Yeah, that's an interesting detail that one of the articles highlighted.
Yeah, why was that? I mean, doesn't Dragon usually have room for more?
Well, a typical crew mission has 4 astronauts, but in this case, the available Dragon was already assigned to the Crew 9 mission with its own 4-person crew, and modifying another Dragon to fit more seats would have taken too long.
So they couldn't just do a straight-up rescue right away.
No, the immediate option was to use those 2 spare seats on the Crew 9 vehicle.
So Williams and Wilmore ended up joining that mission then.
Exactly. They were integrated into the Crew 9 mission, which meant instead of an 8-day trip.
They ended up spending 9 months on the ISS.
9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about a change of plans.
That is wild. It's just crazy to think about how a short technical flight turned into such a long ordeal. It really shows you can't predict everything in space travel.
Adaptability is key.
9 months in space, though, that must take a toll on the human body, right? The articles mentioned bone density loss, muscle deterioration.
Right, well, in microgravity, your body doesn't have to fight against Earth's pull, so your bones lose density and muscles atrophy because they're not being used the same way.
Oh, that makes sense because you're not constantly working against gravity like we do here on Earth.
Right, and studies have shown astronauts can lose a significant percentage of bone and muscle mass if they don't keep up with rigorous exercise routines.
And it's not just the lack of gravity, right? There's also the radiation exposure.
Yes, outside of Earth's protective atmosphere, astronauts are exposed to much higher levels of radiation, things like galactic cosmic rays and solar particle events.
And the ISS offers some protection, but it's still more than what we're exposed to here.
Definitely, and that increased exposure can increase the long-term risks of health problems.
Yeah, that makes sense. But beyond the physical effects, what about the mental toll? Being confined in the ISS so far away from home for 9 months, that must be incredibly challenging.
Absolutely. The psychological impact is huge. Astronauts undergo extensive training to prepare for the isolation, the confinement, and the stress of mission life.
Because it's a whole other world up there.
It is. And to maintain morale, teamwork focus over such a long period that requires incredible mental strength coping mechanisms, it's fascinating how these individuals adapt to that unique environment and still manage to perform their duties.
So to recap a short mission gone awry, propulsion issues a rescue with limited options leading to a 9-month stay, and all the physical and mental challenges that come with that. It's amazing how they handled it all.
It's a testament to human resilience and ingenuity, for sure.
And thankfully, it all culminated in their safe return this morning.
Yes, I was reading about that earlier. The Dragon spacecraft splashed down off the coast of Florida.
At 3:27 a.m.
A textbook landing, they called it. Parachutes deployed perfectly smooth recovery from the ocean. A huge relief, I'm sure.
Definitely those re-entry procedures, the parachutes, the landing, it's all so precise. It really speaks to the expertise and the years of experience behind spaceflight.
Absolutely. It's a finely tuned process honed over decades.
And the photos of Sunita Williams coming out of the capsule smiling, giving it a thumbs up, after such a long, unexpected journey, you can see the relief and joy in her face.
It's a powerful image, a testament to their endurance.
And the impact of their journey extends beyond the space community.
Hmm.
Prime Minister Modi of India actually wrote a letter to Sunita Williams praising her inspirational fortitude and perseverance, highlighting the pride of 1.4 billion Indians.
It's incredible to see how space exploration captures the imagination and inspires people all over the world.
But even though they're back on Earth, their journey isn't over yet, right? They still have to readjust to Earth's gravity.
Oh, yeah, that's a crucial point. The body needs time to recover the bone, and muscle loss requires extensive rehabilitation. There can be balance issues, a decreased tolerance for gravity, and the vision changes from fluid shifts in space. Those need to be addressed too.
So even a perfect landing is just one step in the recovery process.
It is, but they have a strong foundation to build on.
Oh, how so?
Well, both Williams and Wilmore are former Navy pilots. That background likely played a role in their ability to handle this extended mission.
Ah, that makes sense. Military training, especially in high-stress environments like naval aviation, really instills valuable qualities: adaptability, problem-solving skills, performing under pressure, and a strong sense of commitment to the mission.
Exactly. Those are all essential traits for astronauts facing the unexpected challenges of space.
So it's safe to say that Sunita Williams' return journey was anything but ordinary.
Yeah, it was.
A short mission turned into an incredible 9-month testament to human perseverance, ingenuity, and the dedication of everyone involved. They faced obstacles, they adapted, they persevered, and ultimately made it home safely.
And their experience offers invaluable insights into the challenges and the rewards of long-duration spaceflight and the resilience of the human spirit.
It really makes you think about life's unexpected detours, doesn't it? Like Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore facing an extended stay in orbit and then finally returning home. It makes you wonder, have you ever faced a situation where your plans were completely thrown off course? What did you learn about yourself and your ability to adapt to those unexpected circumstances? It's a reminder that sometimes the most challenging journeys reveal our greatest strengths.
Absolutely.
And I think that's something for all of us to ponder.
Yeah, food for thought.
Indeed.
Thanks for bringing this to the deep dive today. It's been a fascinating
It
discussion.
really has. And thank you all for listening. We'll see you next time.
See you then.
And take care.
Bye.